What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. So I'm still watching my show, The Shy. The third episode. Well, really, this is what, episode 11? Yeah, this episode 11, right? Because it stopped mid-season because they hadn't finished shooting because of the actor strike. Now they come back after the actor strike. And y'all, I'm gonna say this, man. I think something's gonna happen to Darnell this season. Darnell is Emmett's father. He was once an absent father, and now he's grown to be a very loving father and a guy who is super protective over Emmett, and he gives Emmett sound advice. But the way that things are occurring, we see Emmett's brother come into play, half brother, but like Darnell said, black folks don't really be calling their brothers half brothers and shit like that. We really just don't do that in our culture. We just say that's your brother. Even if y'all got a different parent, you just say that's your brother, right? Because I got half siblings and we don't call each other half siblings. We just say it's your brother or your sister, right? But the brother is coming around. It's the dude from, what's that show called? On My Block, or My Block, On My Block, or something like that. I remember him being on that show. I never watched the show, but I remember my son's mother would watch it, and so I would see him as a character on there. He plays Emmett's brother. Emmett has no interest in getting to know him. He's pushing him away. Darnell like, yo, he need a job. Can he work at Smokies? I'm trying to get y'all to bond with each other. I need y'all to be on one accord or whatever. And I'm like, with him making them interact with each other, bringing them around, are they setting this up for, something to happen to Darnell and then Emmett and his brother get closer? You know what I mean? Darnell, earlier, before the strike, we saw him step to Duda and tell him, hey, leave my son alone. Don't mess with my son. And the way he's standing there, Duda, I'm looking like he may intervene at some point and, something happens to Darnell. I hope not, because I love Darnell as a character, but it seems like it's trending towards that direction. Also a prediction of mine, man. I think Bakari gonna be the one to take Duda out. I think so. I don't think it's gonna. What's the long haired boy on the show? Zay. The boy, the long head. Y'all know Zay got that cashew head, the head that's long in the back. He looked like Randall from goddamn Recess. He looked like Randall from Recess. I don't think nothing gonna happen. I don't think Zay making the comments like he wants to be on his own and he wants to embark on his own journey and he wants to be his own boss. I really think he does. But I think Bakari is going to be the one to do it. I think Duda is going to do something to one of these characters, probably Darnell, and it's going to drive Bakari into wanting to do something to Duda. Now, Bakari's angle is very interesting. We know now that his sister, who Gemma is working with, has been hired by Duda to keep an eye on her brother and his whereabouts and his connections to other people and see what he's been up to. I ain't like that shit. I'm like, hold on now. You can't be absent and then coming around and you spying on your brother for a dude that he working with that's treating him terribly, that done whooped his ass before. I really didn't like that whole dynamic. But I want to see how that goes because Bakari is seeming to trying to turn a new leaf. What's my man that played Dwayne Wayne? Godly. What's my boy name? What is my boy name, man? Damn, I'm forgetting his name right now. Kadeem Hardison. Kadeem Hardison is playing the professor in The Shy. And Bakari, because he's Lene's professor, Kadeem Hardison. And because Lene, wants better for Bakari, she say, I think you should meet my professor. He comes around and the professor gives him a journal and tells him, write your innermost thoughts about yourself in your life. Bakari writes a beautifully written an overview of his beginning of his life and how it started off in turmoil. He wanted to be in the streets and now he wants better for himself. The only problem I don't like with him writing in that journal is that he revealed that he is the one who killed Ronnie, right? And I'm like, admitting to a body in a book, I don't think that's a good idea. Will that be used against you at some point? I'm like, bro, I wouldn't have never said no shit like that in the book. Everything else is beautiful. But you admitting to Off and Ronnie for Coogie, yeah, bro, that ain't no good look. That ain't no good look at all, man. So I hope the professor don't say, hey man, you kill somebody, we gotta tell somebody about this. I don't know where that's gonna go. Because we don't know what Kadeem Hardison's character, we don't know, like, how trustworthy he is with this type of information. We also see, I'm looking at all the other characters. Now I don't like this, man. The episode 10, we saw Papa looking like he looking at Maisha, in a way where he want to be back with her. And I'm like, bro, they keep on recycling each other's girlfriends, the friend group. Now we know Kevin is no longer on the show. What's the young brother that played? Alex Hibbert. He's no longer on the show. And so they wrote his character out and he went off to LA. And I guess they want Maisha and Papa to get back together. But in the grand scheme of things, if Kevin's character returns, I'm just like, yo, y'all keep on just switching girlfriends all through and through. I don't like that, man. What I do see in this season too is that Luke James' character, Trig, aka Victor, he's running for political office. He has big dreams of becoming the mayor. And now we know earlier in the season, before the writer's strike, he helped Duda get rid of a body. The body was Q, who is Lynn Whitfield's sister, right? I forgot. Alicia, I think, is Lynn Whitfield's name in this show, right? He helped to get rid of that body. He didn't kill him or nothing, but Duda and them look like they're gonna be trying to pin that body on Victor, right? And so now Leon has been hired. Leon has been hired as his lawyer in this situation. He's been hired as a lawyer, and now we're gonna see if Leon is he's a slick talking lawyer. Like, is he gonna be able to get him out of this situation? And I believe he will. He look like he know what he's doing. He got to be some type of slick, type of shicey dude dealing with Alicia, dealing with Lynn Whitfield's character. Lynn Whitfield is typecast as a sneaky old woman who got a lot of evil ways about her. She always typecasted that because she got that little look on her face. Lynn looked good as hell to be 71 years old, though. I'm going to say that. Jason Weaver's character is getting intertwined with her. They've been sleeping together and all of that. And I'm looking like, oh, okay. Like, Jason, hey, you can kiss Lynn Whitfield on camera. Go ahead and do that, brother. Because Lynn fine in a motherfucker. She still get driven through that mattress. I ain't lying. But I'm going to say this, though. She's using Jason Weaver's character, Rashad. She's using Shad. She's using him because she heard when she was questioning him, because Darnell and Shad came over to do housework, do some work in the kitchen. When Darnell walked away, she started asking Shad, has he, you went to prison? And she like, oh, okay. She seemed interested in the fact that he got out of jail. It looks like she wants him to be the one to take Duda out and do her dirty work and to avenge her brother's death. Because she know that Duda is the one who killed her brother or has something to do with her brother's death. Now, I want to go back to Leon's character. We come to find out that Leon's character, he's the lawyer for Trig, a.k.a. Victor, but he's also Rob's father. Rob is played by Iman Shumpert. He's Rob's father. And I'm like, yo, okay, how this dynamic gonna go? Because you see him and Lynn Whitfield interacting with each other. You're like, yo, this is crazy. I wonder how this is gonna play out right here. I'm trying to think of some other storylines that I feel like is significant. I do believe that Keisha is gonna get pregnant. Because I don't know why they highlighted that part about how when they was getting ready to have sex, her and Emmett said he don't need no condom. And then before that, the father said, hey, you and Keisha getting a long time. We don't need no other little baby running around here again. I think she's going to be pregnant. And I wonder if they're going to get an abortion, how they're going to play out. But I believe they're going to find out she's pregnant. We're going to find out she's pregnant in the next few episodes, right? Trying to think of some other characters that I think would be interesting to discuss. Let me see. We said Maisha. I'm trying to think of anything else that I know I'm leaving out a whole lot because I didn't even take notes. I'm doing this off the dome, right? Trying to think. Oh, what I don't like, Papa going over to the church, the pastor. Remember his old girl he was kicking it with? He going to the pastor's church who his father did not like. And I'm like, Papa, if you stop dating a girl because your father didn't want you to be with her, Why are you at this man's church when your father despised that man and felt like that man was a guy of worldly things who was not really of God like that at all? Why are you going over to his church? You were trying to follow your dad's word by not dating the girl that had the baby. But now you over at her father's church. Like, it just don't make no sense. Like, why are you doing this, right? And Papa, you might be getting tied up into some other shit because now we know that Jake, your homeboy Jake, is messing with that pastor's wife. Like, the pastor that went over there, I mean, Jake then went and got ahead and he did all type of stuff with the pastor's wife. And I'm looking like, damn, this young girl getting her, she robbing the cradle with this little ass boy, and she got this pastor. It's just all type of crazy stuff going on, man. But I hope Papa don't get sucked into no crazy stuff because it seemed like he just might be into some crazy shit, right? I'm wondering if Nook, how, like, is at some point him and Duda gonna bump heads? I think something gonna happen to Darnell. Nook, because he still got a thing for Keisha. He gonna help the situation in some way because it's gonna affect Emmett. You know, something happening to his father. I don't know if Darnell's gonna die or he gonna get shot or something. I think something gonna happen to Darnell. He gets shot. He get beat up really bad. I hope he don't die, but that could be a possibility. We shall see, but I hope not for the sake of Jada. Jada has, you know, her and Darnell are embarking on their love journey. They're married now. Darnell being an upstanding man. He's going to try to have his kids more around because Darnell got about 10 kids, which is why I'm like, why is Emmett getting mad, bro? Like, bruh, it's about time your father brings his other kids around and we need to see you interacting with them too because we see you with your kids, you know what I mean? But now we want to see you with, because we can't ignore, like, what happened to Darnell's kids? They just, remember when Emmett was first coming over there to his house before he got with Jada, the kids would be all in the house, he making them cereal and sandwiches and all that. Like, where them babies at now? We need to see them too, man, because Darnell is more than just a father to Emmett. We see the brother coming around and all that. So I'm excited about how the rest of the season plays out. But I think we're going to have an ending. I think Duda going to meet his end at the end of this season. He's going to meet his end, but some other characters will meet their end too.